Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Welcome back to the channel and episode 5 of Allotment Chronicles. I cannot believe we're on episode 5 already. Let's go.
Sorry it's dark, but it always seems to be raining whenever I bring flags to the plot. So I've just been to pick up about 10 2x2 foot flags off Facebook Marketplace. Finished work at 4, went and picked them up, and I've just done back and two from the gate with the wheelbarrow. I'm absolutely sweating and it's dark, and that is all I'm able to do after work nowadays. It's only going to get worse. I think I'm going to have to start coming in the morning before work and then going to the gym after work, although carrying 10 flags on a wheelbarrow is a workout in of itself.
Second consecutive Saturday, cleaning up the leaves outside the site from the humongous tree. I don't know what type of tree it is, but it's absolutely massive. So, hey listen, I'm happy with the free composting material, so I cannot complain. Whoop whoop, finally built a door. Yeah boy. I am actually going to move them posts that I've already put in there more to the inside of the door where the horizontal planks are as opposed to where the vertical ones are, because as you'll see in the clip in a minute, the screws that I've screwed the horizontal planks in with are actually poking through the other side, which is what is actually stopping the door at the moment from sliding down. So yeah, I will be moving them posts at some point in the near future.
So we now have 2 compost bays with a door on each. This one's half full, that one's pretty much the same, and pretty happy with that. There are the screws sticking out, so I think I'm going to put another piece of wood over the top and screw them that way just to hide them, maybe, don't know, we'll see, but I'm happy with that.
Now back to Carpet Corner. I've deliberately named it Carpet Corner, just trying to tackle this huge mound of soil. Yeah, it's an ongoing project. We will get there in the end.
So I'm just digging this last bit and shove my fork in, and what do I find? Another carpet. Another layer of carpet.
I do actually think I'm coming to the end of this escapade now, this project. Remove that carpet there, rolled that one down, and then I'm just trying to remove the soil from the top of it now. And then I think that is it.
Put a big dent in this yesterday. Managed to move all the earth away from this front bit here. So if you look at it from the side now, there's not that much soil that isn't within sort of the compounds of the compost bay. Cut up this carpet to fit. Built the door for that. Filled this up yesterday and cut a piece of carpet to fit. So that's just incubating. Don't know what the word is for that. And then I finally finished off my leaf mould cage, and the 2 big bags of leaves that I've collected have gone in there, but I think I'm going to get another bag of leaves today to put more in it. So I think today is going to be my first planting out day on the plot. I've got some in my eye, so we're going to be planting some spring bulbs in those beds right there. We are going to do a little bit of an experiment though. So as you know, I started at that end and I've been digging all the way down, been digging all the mare's tail roots out. But I'll be honest, I got to there and I couldn't be bothered anymore. So what I think I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. I've dug all there, and we're going to plant some bulbs in there. And what we're going to do here in this little bit is lay it with cardboard, not dig all the roots out, lay it with cardboard, put some soil on top, and just see the difference in the two beds. And we're going to see if all the mare's tail comes through here, and if it doesn't, then my efforts were wasted. But if it does, and it doesn't in that one, we know that digging it over and the effort I put in is worth it. So let's go.
On reflection now, whilst editing these videos, I can see how perfect them pieces of cardboard are that fit. Perfect, it needs cutting down or anything.
Obviously I did expect the cardboard to disintegrate, but I didn't quite anticipate how quick. So you can see here already, it's already going. So found some visqueen that was already on the plot, and I'm going to line the inside of that final bay with that, because a couple of you in the comments did say the cardboard will disintegrate and you use compost bags, but I'm using the bags for rubbish at the minute, so, and I've got that to use. So thank you very much for your tips and advice. I will now be using that from now on.
Thanks very much to my plot neighbour Anthony for the stapler. Wouldn't have been able to do that without it, to be honest with you. So much appreciated. Also, just let me know in the comments whether you do actually prefer like time-lapse footage or whether you prefer just normal talking to the camera type stuff. I personally don't mind watching time-lapse footage on YouTube, so that is why I tend to put quite a lot of it in my videos. But I do appreciate that it's not to everyone's taste, so let me know, and whatever the general consensus is, I will come back with future videos with more of what you like to see.
Turns out I ran out of visqueen as well, so I had to staple that, but I'm pretty happy with that. I think that'll last a lot longer than cardboard. So thanks again guys for suggesting using plastic to line your bins. Much appreciated. Feels good to be back on the plot. So day of recording, 13th of November, and it's a Thursday night after work, and I've not actually managed to come down to the plot all week this week, which, well, last time I came on was Sunday, so good few days, but I feel like I've not been here for ages. Can't actually remember the last thing I did on here was. So I'm just coming down to put in some strawberry plants that one of my plot neighbours gave me, because he had like loads of them on his plot that he potted up, and he's just giving them out. So thank you Tommy, thank you Barbara, and just literally come down for probably what's going to be 20 minutes, 25 minutes before it goes dark, and getting them planted. We've got 2 trays of strawberry plants. I think there's about 30 plants in here. Yeah, 30 plants. I'm just going to put them in here. This is the first planting on the plot. I did say the other day I was going to put some bulbs in the side along the fence, but I didn't get around to that because it chucks it down. So let's get planting. So I was told that they'd just pop out, and that one fell apart, so on to the next. So I know some actually disintegrated, but actually got pretty good root balls on them and they're staying together, which is good. Right, so I've been filming now for 4 minutes and 58 seconds, and I can already tell it's going dark. So apologies if the lighting isn't great. Some of these have got huge leaders on them already. Look at that one. Check out the size of this worm. Mint, I love it. Put it in one of my beds. I always feel guilty just throwing the worms on top of the soil because I always think the bird's just going to nab it. So I always make sure that I dig a hole and then bury it so I know it's not going to get eaten. I feel like I need like a floodlight or something. I've just found what looks like grass to be growing in the middle of the strawberries. So once I've planted them all out, I've just got to go through them and just double check that there's no grass growing in them, or seeds, or not seeds, weeds. And I don't even know if my head's in the camera. We'll find out when I do the editing. Another one with big leaders.
So my phone actually ran out of memory here, so the video cuts off quite abruptly. 3, 2, 1, there. Check out my wonderful strawberry plants. So I didn't actually use all the ones that Tommy and Barb's gave me. I did give them some back. Well, I put the tray back on the plot. But I think I pretty much filled that bed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put, when obviously the flowering and the strawberries are here, I'll just put a net over with some hoops to stop the birds from getting to them first. Look at the size of that worm. And we bury it. Good morning. It is the 15th of November. It's 10 past 8 in the morning. Excuse the rubbish in the background. I'm sat in the polytunnel because it's raining. You guessed it. Just for those interested what behind the scenes looks like on an allotment. Got a tripod, sat on my drill box, just about to film, facing me. So I've been down here now for about 20 minutes and I've done absolutely nothing. I've literally just sat in the polytunnel listening to the rain. I've got so many jobs to do. The list is endless basically, but some of them require getting really, really dirty, like doing the paving flags. I've got to dig out the soil, got to go through it with my hands and pull out all the mare's tail. I don't want to do that this morning. And then I'd like to get wood chip past, but I'm not getting wood chip. I want to flag around the compost base, but I'm not really finished around that area yet. I've got spring bulbs to plant out. I need to make the shed waterproof, but it's raining, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just pondering, really. I think I'm going to have a cup of coffee out my flask, and I'm just going to ponder for a bit longer. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Bosh. Don't know what I'm going on about. I've got a perfect idea. So I am going to plant spring bulbs because I need to stop being a wet lettuce about the rain because it's not going anywhere. And I thought, whilst I'm having my coffee, I'll show you my spring bulbs that I've bought. Yeah. Bear with me. Just whilst I put that flask somewhere. Right. So, bought from B&Q some dwarf daffodils, some garden anemones. Sound like Nemo. Anemone. 3 Alliums, Christopher. Obvious reasons. Name's Christopher. Some Dutch iris. Some more Alliums. Some more Alliums. And a big ass bag of daffodils. But the other ones that I've shown you are the dwarf variety. These are just, these are the tall ones. So
Can daffodils go mouldy? I don't know if you can see that. I think they've started sprouting as well. So I'll definitely be getting them in today. But on my seed order at home, I've also got poppy seeds, verbena, and I've got a bee medley mix as well with wildflowers, so I'm just going to spread that in the bed as well. And also, because I'm filming on a phone landscape, it's so hard to look into the camera and not look at your face. I had a comment, I can't remember who it was off now, it was a positive comment, you know, she said she liked the videos and stuff, but she said it might be better for viewers if you don't look at your face at the phone and look at the camera, and I'm really trying to do that, but it's so hard. So apologies if I keep looking at my face, but I am trying my best to look at the camera because, you know, new channel, I haven't got a fancy camera, it's my phone, so apologies, but I will try and I will get better. First going in, dwarf daffodils. So we've got 10 bulbs, so I think I'm going to put 8 along the front, or maybe 7, and then 3 in that end bed there, the experiment bed. Let's go. Up next, garden anemones, 15 of them, and these flower to a height of 30 centimetres, so they're going just behind the daffodils, the dwarf ones that flower to a height of 20. Next up, tall daffodil mixed, 40 centimetres high, so gone along and line them up nicely. Up next, Allium Christify, height of 40 centimetres, only got 3 bulbs though, so I'm going to put 1 in the end bed and then just 2 in here spread out. Up next, Dutch Irish Sapphire Beauty, got 15 bulbs, so I think 5 in that end one and 10 in here. They have a height of 50 centimetres, so I'm going to put them behind the row of daffodils. Up next, Allium Alphatenens, Alphatenens, yeah, we'll go with that one. This has a flowering height of 80 centimetres, so these will go right at the back of the bed. Again, I've only got 3 bulbs, so 1 in the end bed and then 2 in this long bed here. Last of the alliums now, Allium Siculum. Again, this one's got a height of 80 centimetres, so it's going to go at the back of the beds, but again, I've only got 3 bulbs, so I'm just going to put 1 in there and 2 in here. Now I've plotted all the bulbs. Before we dig them in, I'm just going to put the rest of these in the gaps, and then we'll go from there. So these bulbs in the experiment bed were actually a bit more difficult to get in because of the layer of cardboard, so I had to use like a sharp knife, digger trowel tool thing, I can't remember the name of it, to like cut through the layer of cardboard, sink the bulb in and then cover it up. So these took a little bit longer than the actual longer bed which has most of the bulbs in. Oh, it feels so good getting stuff in the ground. Spring bulbs, strawberry plants, buzzing. Anyway, this is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.